I heard some little noises, and look what's over there. Baby turkeys. I thought Oliver took off into the bushes, and I got worried. But now I know what he was looking at. He was looking at babies. Oh, they're so little. I've never seen them with babies. There's the big boy. Yeah, I never seen the little babies before. I've seen like some younger ones, but not like this age. That is so cute. They're just marching through my neighbor's yard on a family walk. That's sweet. Aw. Hello. So, I thought I'd have more time, but I'm running out of time because we're going to have dinner very soon. But I wanted to do a little garden update. I don't really know if I filmed much at all this summer. I'm kind of taking it light compared to last summer because I realized I filmed way too much last summer. So less frequent garden updates, but I was just out here for like the first time in maybe almost a week because it actually rained finally. We've had a very dry summer, but it finally rained a bit. So I didn't have to water the garden for a couple days, and before that my husband was watering it. So I haven't been out here in a while, but anyways, I'll just give a quick tour. These are our cherry tomatoes. They're of course going a bit wild. There's 4 of them there. They're kind of almost forming into one big bush. And then we've got our normal sized tomatoes, and then this one here is like this heirloom gigantic beefsteak. So I don't know, I tried to pin it up. So this year I'm doing something a little different. I'm just using one pole rather than the tomato cages. Problem is I didn't really do much pruning here. I did at some point near the beginning, but then I just kind of let it grow wild. But I've just kind of like pinned up a branch here that was like sagging on the ground. So it's a bit of a mess. Like these are all just growing a little wild, but you know what? There's tomatoes on them, and they're obviously gonna hopefully soon turn red. This one here is already turning a little on the yellow side, and it's pretty big. So I'm okay with that. We'll see what comes of it. It looks like we're gonna have at least a few good tomatoes. And then we've got our pepper plants. These also have just like one pole holding them, just for extra support. But yeah, these are like banana peppers, so they're long, skinny ones, and we've obviously got a lot. It's honestly probably about time we start harvesting a few of these. Oh my god, this one's like growing within the zip tie. Interesting. And then this is like a hot pepper. I can't quite remember what kind, maybe Scotch bonnet, but we have one hot pepper. It's kind of a bit small compared to the others because we didn't plant it in the garden right away. Then we've got cucumbers. They're coming through nicely here through the cage. Honestly, I haven't even bothered to look to see if there actually is any cucumbers growing in there. So let's try to have a quick peek. I don't have a ton of time, like I said. Oh, we got an interesting long skinny one. That is something. That is like oddly thin. Okay, and there's like another one kind of hidden in there. The problem is I made this cage last year and it's quite tall. So like I can reach my arm in there, but it's a bit treacherous. So maybe I should have pared it down to only be about this height. It was just to protect from the critters that munched on it last year. But anyways, maybe it's a bit difficult to get in there, but we'll see. And the goal is hopefully most of them grow on the outside, like over here. So it looks like we've got a few cukes. I'll come back tomorrow when I have more time and actually like pick some. Look at this one. Like they're trying to grow through the cage, which is, like I said, unfortunate. My next garden, I will definitely have like a cage around the entire thing. Okay. This is my humongous, look how big it is. I had honestly gone a step back so you can see just how monstrous this is. And I will say we also had this catnip. It was right there. We've harvested it and it's drying in our gazebo. But it was probably about the size of this, but bushed out, like even taller. But we harvested that a few weeks ago. And we got 5 zucchinis from this, and just when I was watering this, I went, holy shit, and I didn't even have a good look yet, but there is a absolutely huge zucchini in here. Like, this is unreal. I'm just gonna show you next to my hand, like, that I'm honestly going to pick that tomorrow, so we'll see it in its full force. But damn, that is bigger than any of the zucchinis we have in our kitchen. I will do a comparison even tomorrow. This here is one of our many watermelon plants. The other one's over there. You can see there's quite a few watermelons coming. We've got quite a few bigger ones in the middle. They're almost at the size I'd be ready to harvest them. Like this here, that's like a pretty good size, but they can definitely, that one's like the biggest one, but they can definitely nearly double in size from where they are now. So I'm gonna give these more time, but damn, I'm so excited. I love eating the garden watermelon, and there's so many. And like I said, I think before, I got like quite a few watermelon plants for free this year, so I just went wild planting them all. And then we got our sage and our oregano. And then these two were our romaine lettuce. They were pretty much like ready to pick, except I thought they were like a little on the small side, so I was going to give them a bit longer, and now they've done the whole thing where they stretch out, so I don't know if they're really salvageable. I honestly might just feed them to the chickens. Looks like somebody else has obviously been munching on them too. There was some little critter just over here that like hopped away, and I didn't get a chance to see what it was, but anyways, my sunflowers here are doing pretty well. This is like the first I'm seeing them flower just today when I've come out here. So we've got one nice flower, and they're decent height. A few of them like kind of stayed small, like those are also sunflowers, but they are like dwarfed. These ones here are a decent height, I'd say, like about maybe almost about 4 feet. Yeah, not quite getting as tall as me, but yeah, so we got a few good sunflowers. I'm happy about that. So there's like a little overview of this side of the garden. I was just doing some weeding, so there's random weeds tossed everywhere. And then we'll quickly go look at the other side. All right, over here we have my little pumpkin patch, as I call it. I don't think it's getting enough sun because we honestly should have trimmed these, but nobody seems to want to do that at this point. We're being lazy about it, so it is what it is. I was just picking some of the grass that seems to grow in between. I didn't really get this, but I picked quite a bit there. I was getting so hot and like I'm kind of out of breath still. So this plant here, this one I think is, oh, these evil things. If I still have my gardening gloves on, I want to squish these. These are my arch nemesis, the squash bug. Are you a squash bug? No, that's a different beetle. You can live. But these devils, wherever he went, there's a few of them in there. I hate them. They are, okay, there's a dead one. I just went and squished a whole bunch of them, so haha on them. I hate them. They are my arch nemesis, because look at, they kind of kill your plant. Like, I picked off quite a few dead bits, but like some of this shit is dead, and it's because of these evil bastards. I hate them. So that's my actual pumpkin plant, I believe. I kind of forgot which was which, but I want to say that's like an orange pumpkin, normal pumpkin. This is the one I grew from seed, and it's actually kind of doing the best. I'm actually really happy about this. It's got some flowers. I didn't really notice any squash bugs on this one or this one too much, so I think this one's the one that's getting kind of attacked the most, but this one here hopefully will do well because I want to see those cute little white orange pumpkins again. I had them like 2 years ago and I saved the seeds, so we'll see if we get some. I'd love to have more of them. They're so cute, and they're also edible because they're actually not a pumpkin, but they're a squash. But they look like a cute little pumpkin, so anyways, decorative or edible. And then yeah, this one seems to be doing okay. This is like, I believe, a butternut squash. Like I said, I kind of forgot. I kind of had it in my mind, and I believe this is butternut. The coconut, that's what that one's called if you want to look it up. Coconut squash with a K and a G. Coconut. It's a weird name. Anyways, it's a cool little squash. And then pumpkin. So yeah, that's a quick little overview of the garden for now. Like I said, it rained a few times, so I didn't have to water it for a couple days, but I'm just watering it today. And we've got the catnip in there to probably package up tomorrow so we can give it to the cats over the, it's going to last us a while. It's a huge amount, so I'll show you that tomorrow too. But we've got Mr. Oliver here, and I'll show you the front garden tomorrow, like my hostas and whatnot, just for a little update. Look at him, so intent. But the problem is, and then these guys were out today too. I just rounded them up because I was doing my garden stuff and I couldn't watch them anymore. But they're doing well too. Everybody's doing fine. We did a quick little changeroo of Naomi's little butt cover. You can see the green one on her there. It's essentially healed, so I'm very happy about it. But we're leaving the apron on her until her feathers grow back because she's gonna get picked on if I leave her back uncovered. So it's honestly good for the protection. And then yeah, Mr. Oliver here, he's obsessed. So I honestly have to go because we ordered takeout for tonight. It's just like down the road, but I gotta bring this bastard in. So gotta round him up real quick because my food is like pretty much ready now, so I gotta go. All right, I'll see you tomorrow then for the rest of the vid. What have you got there?
Got some hot as fuck peppers.
Scotch bonnets, and these guys are more than thrilled to give that a try. He just ate like a nibble of one and his face turned all red. So,
Hey, did it?
a little bit.
Oh my god.
So we're just proving that these guys have no issue with a extreme hot pepper. Like that would, like I didn't even bother trying. I'm like,
No, they don't have the receptors for it.
yeah, I'm like, I don't hate myself enough, so I'm not gonna bother. But you guys can have some because you guys don't mind. Okay,
They're loving it.
enjoy it. I know they're gonna fight over it.
I think they like the color red.
They love the color red. That's like a known fact. It's what I learned about the butt picking. I like when they all run. Oh, so cute.
Look, I take one and I'm doing it like this.
Yeah, so actually the real purpose of bringing these out is because of the raccoon issues. We still see one raccoon on our camera at night coming mostly just to check out the compost. So we're trying to do some tamper control by rubbing hot pepper. Like if this guy touches it, hopefully that'll deter him. Right, ladies? And you guys say, ha ha ha, I love hot peppers. Oh. Alright, I've got my cameraman out here today because I'm going to show him what I discovered here yesterday. I don't even know how to get this out.
Oh my god.
I was going to
That
bring it
is
in
crazy.
to surprise you, but I didn't even know how you missed this. It must have been here the other time you did
It wasn't this big.
Yeah, it obviously... I don't know. Obviously there's some references I can make about what this looks like, but...
My Johnson.
I was literally gonna say
I'm just kidding,
I
I'm
was gonna
just
say a whale
joking.
penis, but
No, I think
I don't know.
Wales is
Probably-
bigger.
Yeah, probably, but let's be real. This thing is massive. That is insane. For
Yeah.
a zucchini. It's
So
like heavy,
what's the
too.
plan with that?
I don't know. We're gonna have to have a lot of zucchinis.
Or you can take it to work and say who's got the bigger zook now.
Yeah, that one at work was huge, but this one might actually be bigger. That one was more round. This one's more long.
This
Okay.
is yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
I said I was going to come show the things at the front. So, here is our hostas, and yes, there's some random weeds growing in between, but whatever. Those are the hostas that I transplanted, and they've obviously thrived way better over here. They're flowering, they're happy, they fill this garden quite nicely. I don't really know how to deal with the rest of the weeds, but aside from literally just picking them constantly, but I don't have the time for that. I don't really care too much. These are my Cosmo flowers, so at least those are kind of poking through. I don't know if my other flowers really succeeded too much. And then in here, there is two more little watermelon plants, and look at this. This has got to be like the cutest little watermelon. Like, whoop, it's just like a little boop. So it is actually doing something. I'm kind of impressed about that. And then this garden also has quite a bit of weeds, but two more hostas that were already there. And then my morning glories are starting to climb. I'm kind of thinking, like, look at even this one here. Like, do I need to get like a string and string it to the, maybe I could do that. I could string it to like that light And then maybe like another one to like above the door light. I don't know. Just so they have something to climb on. I always love watching them climb, and this one's like, where do I go? Okay, and lastly, I also planted a few watermelons in here. Oh no, did somebody... I think this... It looks like almost like somebody's been digging in there. I just watered this yesterday, and it looks a little torn up. But anyways, hopefully not, because I really want... Look at them. It's like a hanging basket of watermelons. I think that is so cute. And there's like a few that are getting close to the ground. This one's on the ground, so yeah, this plant kind of succeeded as well. I'm pretty impressed about it. And so if any of these become edible, like a good edible size, these ones obviously might not, I'm not expecting them to grow huge, but you might get like a mini watermelon. So yeah, very exciting. Alright, so I've come out a little early today. I just let these girls out because while I'm out here I might as well give them their time. I usually do this more in the evening, but it's like 10 a.m. I gave them some dandelion leaves. Now they're going at it. Anyways, the project I'm actually out here for, this all started that I suddenly came outside and let this cat out, God willing, because it's just a lot of work, honestly, but it's because I saw a mouse or a rat or something, and I thought, oh, Oliver, sick it. So I actually just like let him out for that reason. He didn't end up seeing the mouse, and it ran away. But it almost looked like a gerbil. It wasn't really like a mouse or a rat. It looked like a gerbil. It was weird. And I was like, anyways, so now I'm out here instead, tending to these creatures way earlier than I usually do. And I'm also working on my catnip harvesting. So I'll just show you. I've only done 3 branches. Those are just 3 branches that I've cleared. And this is how much I have. This is already, like, this is a pretty big box. Like, that is already like enough to fill like a small container, like the kind you would buy at the store. It's kind of crazy. And we've got probably like 50 plus branches. So 3 down, many to go. I'm definitely not getting this all done in one sitting. It's going to be like a couple days process. So anyways, we'll just work on that. But yeah, just an early morning little time out in the yard. Well, at least I'm getting it over with. I think the air quality is supposed to be bad right now. It doesn't like smell too smoky, but yeah, you can see like there's the sun. It's barely visible. It's very like cloudy. I think it's supposed to just be like a normal hot day. Like it was actually calling for like pretty warm weather still today, but it dropped by like at least 3 or 4 degrees because we're getting like wildfire air. So yeah, probably not the best idea to be outside, but whatever. I don't think it smells particularly smoky, so I'm gonna roll with it. But whatever, I'm getting this over with because it's not too hot out. Usually it's way too hot in the daytime that I don't come out till evening, so that's another reason too. So yeah, we'll see how much we end up filling. That's only 3 branches down. This box is gonna be full. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna jar this up, like some kind of, I don't know, just use some old jars and fill them with our catnip to seal it. So I don't know, it's gonna be a lot. We've got a visitor.
What, you like the catnips? You like it? Yeah, good boy. Yeah, somebody likes the catnips.
Wait till he discovers this whole bucket. Yeah, I've gotten a few more done. I think I'm almost ready to give up though. And there's still so much more. But yes, Oliver came to visit.
Yes, he loves it.
I think it's almost time to go inside, buddy. Oh my god.
You guys discovered the catnip factory?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's getting wild. Oh my god.
Yes, you've hit the jackpot. Yes, you hit the jackpot, mister. What the heck?
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Lost in the sauce. What goes on here? Oh my goodness. Yuck. Oh my god. Oliver, what have you done? He's covered. This is an unhealthy addiction. Oh, and he's free now, and I've also taken off his leash, so I think it's time we go inside. I think we're done. All right, there's our first day's harvest. It's a pretty big jar. It's like a pickle jar. It's almost full, but that's just from this small little amount, and we've still got so much more. So I don't even know. I put like a small dent in it maybe, but yeah, we might need like 5 jars like this. I don't know. All right. As you can see, the zucchini plant has crumbled. I don't know if it's just because of the heat or if it's just decided it's ready to die, but this might be it for it. Rest of the garden's doing pretty well. I think I have some dead cucumber foliage over there, so, but yeah. I'm gonna do a quick little harvest for the evening and we'll see what we get in the old basket here. That's our biggest watermelon. It's probably almost ready. I don't know if it's gonna get much bigger, but I'll give it a bit more time. Then we've got a few others in here. This plant is just going absolutely wild. Here's the other one. I just rescued it from heading towards the bushes there. And look at this weird shaped watermelon. It's kind of odd, but maybe it'll fill in. We've got these ones. So we've got maybe like close to 10 in total on the go here. And then this is just crazy, but I don't even know if I should bother with zucchini next year. It obviously turned out great, but I cannot physically eat this many zucchinis. Yeah, but I'm gonna pick all 5 of these, because I think this plant is deceased, potentially. All right, so we got our 5 zucchinis and 1 cucumber, a little imposter in the group. And that's it for my zucchini plant. All right, and here it is. That's the rest of today's harvest, aside from the 5 massive zucchinis. I've decided I'm going to start picking some of the tomatoes when they're still kind of on the orange side, because they do get these like little splits in them, and a lot of the small ones will too. So I figured picking them when they're still a bit orange, that's probably what the grocery store does anyway. And then they can just sit out on the counter and they will eventually change color. So it's better than having one that's ruined. So yeah, there it is. Oliver, what is that? Oh my. Everybody came to watch. Oh, I think he might be okay. I think he's just playing.